Love is when two people feel the same way about each other, and none of them have any recollection of how it started, of how it began. Love is two people knowing how much they care, without having to remind each other constantly, without making each other feel left out. Love is when two people just know, when they understand each other without the use of words, when they speak their own language and no one else seems to get it but them. Love is two people who stay, who form a bond as they go on, who can't seem to make sense of their own lives without each other. Love is kind, two people being patient with each other, two people giving one another time, their own time, every precious moment that could be spent doing something else. Love is two people growing old together, giving each other guidance, giving each other the kind of spark that sets their souls on fire. Love is showing it, that you care, that you appreciate, that you are willing to sacrifice anything to make the relationship work. Love is two people, two hearts, two souls, two bodies fusing together, feeling what the other feels, knowing what the other knows, and never doubting any of it. Always pushing for greatness together, always seeking a little more.
A couple of years I met up with a group of friends at the bowling alley down in Brighton, and that's where I met Victoria. A few weeks later, I found myself, Victoria, Nathan, and John sitting in our kitchen with a dozen bottles of alcohol, loud music, dancing, and a bunch of partying going on between the four of us, just high on life, having a good old time.
I don't remember the first time I met Nathan. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm going to tell you that I don't remember because it's always just been so, we all hit it off, the four of us. Curtis down here is my fiance. The four of us are always together. I honestly can't say I ever had a poor thought about Nathan. I just kind of knew that they were meant to be together the first time I seen them. I was not surprised to find out that they were engaged. I was super excited for them.
Watching Nathan and Victoria laugh together throughout that crazy night, I knew they had hit it off, or at least I thought they did. Little did I know, I was right. My little brother, known as the Gentle Giant, had started keeping in touch with Victoria. I wasn't shocked by this at all, but it was a good thing. Next thing I knew, they were dating, and after a couple years, they got engaged, which I was extremely happy for both of them. Over the years, I've watched these two go through some of the toughest things together, and they're always having each other's back. They're always smiling, laughing, and joking around with each other, taking the world head on and conquering everything that gets placed in their path. The love they share for one another is truly amazing, and they do so well together. In life, there will be things that come across your paths as an individual and as a couple, but let me tell you, there is nothing you two cannot handle. You both are strong-hearted people and are a joy to be around.
I began writing these vows like most do, looking for some idea or some inspiration on what I should say, but in the end I realized one important fact: the only inspiration I needed was you. Nathan, you are the most incredible person I know. You make me feel so loved and cherished every single day. I am completely awestruck that you chose me to be the one standing with you here today. You are my dream come true, the joy in my heart, the laughter in my voice, and the smile on my face. 4 years ago, little did I know that a boy in a bar would capture my heart the way that you did. You were completely unexpected, and yet the greatest thing that has ever happened to me. Nathan, you are the sweetest, most loving, compassionate, and hardworking person I've ever known. You have been my best friend through the good and the bad. You've stood by me through the hardest of times. Even when I went completely deaf, you never thought of leaving. You've been the reason that I smile, and you have been the reason for nonstop laughing. You have given me comfort beyond measure when I have cried, even when it's about some stupid fictional TV show. You believed in me when I haven't even believed in myself. And you have shown me how to love with passion, purity, and unconditional acceptance. Nathan, you and I both know that about how indecisive I can be at times. I simply don't like to make decisions, but if there's one decision in my life that I know is the right one, it is spending the rest of my life with you. These years that we have spent together, you've shown me a life that I could have only dreamed of, and you've shown me day in and day out a love that I only thought was in movies or books. You've given me a life so amazing that I cannot wait to see where it goes, because if it's anything like these last 4, I know it'll be nothing short of amazing.
From the moment I saw you at the Vet Moose Lodge, I knew there was something different about you. While I didn't know at the time, you've become a very important part of my life. We became the best of friends almost immediately. We talked about everything. We talked about our struggles, our successes, love, sadness, and everything else that life threw at us. From day one, we have worked at being completely honest, fully committed, and trusting. This is not always the easiest thing to do, bringing up the smallest of issues at times, seem unimportant with all the things that have gone on the past 4 years. However, it is this attention to detail to each other that I think our relationship has grown into what it is today. As most people know, I'm a very private person. I do not share emotions easily, and I rarely let anyone in. It is simply something that I'm not good at. However, you managed to become my closest friend, knowing all that there is to know about me. We have shared our deepest secrets, our deepest fears, our biggest regrets, our biggest passions, and our biggest goals. We have shared it all, the good and the bad. Still knowing all that there is to know, including all of my faults, you have chosen to be here today. As I stand here, my only hope is that I can be the person to you that you are to me. You will never know the importance of your friendship has played in my life. You have always been there for me when I needed someone to talk to. You have always pushed me to become the person I wanted to become. You have always supported my goals and have always been by my side, all while never trying to change who I am. I am far from perfect, and I will not promise to be without fault. However, I will vow to never stop loving you for who you are, to support you in all your needs, and continue working on our relationship to make it better and stronger for the years to come. I vow to never stop becoming your partner. Our journey together has just begun, and I cannot wait to see where it goes.
So, by the power vested in me by the laws of the state of Michigan, I take great pride and pleasure as I declare them husband and wife. You make this your bride. It is my great honor and privilege to be the first to present to you Mr. and Mrs. Nathan Stearns.